right here with Nico Ali Walsh.
Yes, sir.
My man is getting a lot of knockouts, and he fights. First, let's start with you, man. August 20th, you're back in action, San Diego, co-main. Do you think we get another? You got a left hook knockout, but usually it's the right hand.
Yeah.
You think that you keep that going, Nico? That momentum?
I wasn't trying to get it started to begin with. I didn't go for the knockouts ever. So if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I've just been rocking it in training. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
Do you think people are sleeping at all in your natural punching power? They're thinking, you know, it's him being matched early with guys he's supposed to do it to, and they're overlooking that maybe you really can't crack.
I don't think so. I mean, anyone who gets in the ring who can knock out anybody, I don't care who it is, they can crack. Yeah, I mean, my fights will speak for themselves at some point.
Right. No, it's true, because there's plenty of guys who start with those fights and they don't start on a knockout streak.
Right. No, I mean, you can't. Everyone who steps in the ring is good in some way. So you can't take advantage of that at all.
No, it's funny. Jose Benavidez Jr., you know, he's not always the nicest guy. And he said the same thing. He goes, look, if you want me to say something nice about Danny Garcia, you can honestly take something good away from any fighter.
Right. And no, you can't overlook any opponent. Even if you get these people that are called cab drivers, right? It's a human being that's trying to knock you out. So, you know, it is what it is.
A lot of those guys are tough.
Those are the toughest guys. Those cab drivers that people are talking about have nothing to lose. You know, those are the tough fights. So, you know, it's, you know, the fights that get made, they speak for themselves at the end of the day.
Mayweather always said his toughest fight was Emmanuel Augustus.
Exactly.
You know, not Cotto,
exactly.
not
Pacquiao, you know, and it's like that sometimes.
Right. Not to take thunder from the Mayweather.
Right.
But Nico, man, Teofimo, there's been so much made about the mental makeup, even not even the boxing ability. And what do you make of him, you know, heading back into boxing, back into the ring after that loss and the world coming against him and whatnot?
I think it's gonna make for an even bigger fight. I think he's gonna come back even stronger, and I think you'll see it tomorrow.
Is he, you know, in terms of gifts, one of the most gifted guys you've been around in boxing?
Oh, definitely. No, I mean, Teofimo, everyone can say that. He's one of the most talented guys fighting in that division today, you know.
Because it looks like he does things, you know, beyond the fundamentals.
He's ridiculously athletic.
Right.
Ridiculously athletic. He's special. Everyone knows that.
Do you expect him to get the knockouts?
I think so. I think he's going to get the knockout or stoppage. You know, Pedro Campa's not an easy opponent, but it's Teofimo Lopez. So, you know, we'll see.
Do you think he'll be able to be champ again and beat a
Oh,
Josh
absolutely.
Taylor? Yeah.
Definitely. He'll be back as #1 in no time.
And, you know, I got to ask, because everybody's just talking about Crawford Spence, and I imagine you want to see that fight too.
Of course. That's the mega fight to make. They're both incredible, but I would give it to Crawford.
Why is that boxing?
Crawford's just one of my favorite fighters. He's just, it's hard to explain. He's just, I can't see him losing.
Is it the counter punching kind of?
It's everything. It's like he switches stances. His wind is just crazy. He just goes into different zones. He's got a mean streak that no one else in boxing has right now. I don't know. He's special.
Have you ever seen it when you're in the top rank? I mean, he's not there anymore, but there was a time you guys were around.
I've spoken with him a few times, and he's just very knowledgeable on the sport. His IQ is, you know, the best in the sport. So yeah, I think he's got that fight.
He didn't try to press you, did he? Because he tends to do that with people he meets.
He didn't try to press me, thank God. No, he did not try to press me. But he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Beyond, but in the ring.
No, in the ring you don't want to be in the ring with him.
Right.
You don't want to be in the ring with him. But outside the ring, definitely a cool guy.
Do you think it'll? Kyle talked to Keyshawn Davis. He said he thinks it'll be so good that people want to see it 2 or 3 times. You expect it to be that competitive?
It honestly all depends on who shows up that night.
Yeah.
You know, because at that high of a level, the smallest advantage could change the whole night. One punch can change the whole night. So I mean, it's tough. Those are one of the fights that it's hard to predict. We'll see.
And I'm curious too what you think about this Jake Paul stuff and how the Rahman fight was going to happen and then it doesn't. And
I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, everyone's got their own lane in boxing. That's more that's like a specialty lane. You know, obviously, because Jake Paul's not fighting, you know, boxers, of course. So, you know, I think everything will work out for him. I'm sure he's having a lot of fun doing it. People love to hate him. They are watching anyway, so it's bringing eyes to his fights in the sport. So good for him.
Do you relate to his situation at all? You know,
I don't know if I relate.
Because again, you're fighting professional boxers.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I don't know. I don't
mean.
know if I can say I relate, but I do understand people not believing in him. They don't believe in him. I can understand that because I feel like everyone goes through that at some point. Every boxer has to go through that at some point. So I feel that.
Did you know Rock Jr. out here in Vegas?
I didn't. I met his father.
Yeah.
But I have not met Junior. But I'm sure that would have been a great fight. You know, I hope that ends up happening one day.
Would you have favored him if we would have gotten it based on what you were seeing in him in camp? Like he was...
I didn't, honestly, truthfully, I haven't seen them both like fight like that. So I'd have to analyze it before giving an official opinion. But I'm sure it would be an exciting fight to watch just based off of the hype alone with it, you know?
What if they ever came barking up your tree? The Jake Paul team.
I don't
make a lot of money, Ali Paul. Like
I don't think they would.
Right.
But you know, I've heard that many times, but I'm not boxing for money. You know, I'm boxing for legacy, so that's not really something I'd be interested in right now. You know, Mayweather waited till he was 50-0 before he started doing like exhibitions. You know, so I haven't made a name for myself in the sport yet, so I wouldn't be open to doing something like that at this point.
And for yourself, Nico, like I was talking to Xander this week, and a little bit of change in this nice young man. Still the nice young man, but getting a little meaner.
Yes.
Is that the case with you right now?
You know, I'm cool as a cucumber outside of the ring. You know, even in the ring I have fun, but when it's time to hurt someone, it's time to hurt someone. So I'm able to turn that switch off. I'm glad. I'm not like Mike Tyson, where back in his prime he was scary everywhere he went, not just the ring. I'm just scary when it's time to fight.
Because I sense it in you a little bit. There's a little more edge that's
definitely
building.
Everyone, you know, I don't think you can fight knockout guys without having a dog in you. So I have that dog. It just shows up at the right time.
Well, best of luck to you stealing the show from Navarrete next weekend.
I don't know
in
if
San
I'm going to
Diego.
steal the show, but I hope it's going to be a great night of fights.
Because he's always fun to watch too.
He's always fun to watch, and he's an awesome guy, which is more important.
And this uppercut from hell, from long range, not like I stole an uppercut from long range.
No,
but,
that's Gervonta Davis's punch. But yeah, no, it's going to be a great night of fights, and tune in to watch mine.
See you in San Diego. Thanks,
yes,
Nico.
sir.